Good morning, welcome to Daily IELTS English, a short video where I'll teach you some of the techniques that I use with my students so that they can improve their speaking test scores. I'll go through the technique first and then I'll demonstrate with my own answer. Today we're looking at part 3 of the speaking test and we're looking specifically at identification questions. These are the types of question where they want multiple possible answers, so they might ask, what are some popular activities to do in your country? Or what are some products that they produce in your country? And they usually expect, well, the question is set up so that you can give a few different ideas. Today, the question is, what kinds of jobs do people not want to do in your country? Now, the only thing we're doing here is adding emotional words. Words that, show that you're thinking not just about giving an answer, but you're expressing your opinion about these answers as well. These 3 words today are obvious, surprising, and unfortunate. These are 3 words that allow you to express your ideas with a little bit more nuance, with a little bit more emotion behind them. Very simple technique. I think these words explain themselves. Obvious means it's very clear, you don't have to think about it very much. The second word, surprising, that's one that you can add, that's a simple word that you can add that just kind of shows that you think that this is an unusual thing in your answer. The final word, unfortunate. You think it's not good. You think it's a bad idea. You think it's really unfortunate that this has happened. It's really sad. Very simple. So let's take a look at the answer. One obvious one is jobs in labor, and that could be either low skill work like cleaning power lines or even doing work in resources like driving trucks. Or this could be in trades like being a mechanic or being an electrician, which is really strange because these jobs actually pay quite well in Canada. One surprising one is actually engineering. This is another area where not a lot of people are interested in working or getting education for it. I've heard this is changing a little bit now in Ottawa. There's a lot more jobs in tech. So more people are studying engineering and computer technology. One unfortunate one, though, is really like entry-level jobs, like working in a coffee shop, working in a McDonald's, particularly in fast food. Actually, I knew a few people in high school who had jobs in McDonald's throughout high school. And, some people thought, I can't do that, it's embarrassing. But these guys actually, when they finished high school, they had all that work experience, they were dealing with money, they were dealing with customers, and so it was really easy for them to get even better jobs. I knew a few people who went from working at McDonald's to working at banks. Very simple, there you go. Obvious, surprising, and unfortunate. 3 simple words you can add in to improve your IELTS speaking score. And remember, it's not just about using better vocabulary. Remember, the vocabulary is going to give you better ideas. So if you think of things, what are some obvious answers? What you'll then talk about what makes them obvious. If you say unfortunate, you're then going to have to explain why that's unfortunate. And it's going to allow you to speak for a lot longer than if you just say one is, another is, another is. And I admit that's a perfectly valid technique. One is, another is. This is just another way of approaching the question to get possibly a better answer. Good luck with your IELTS test. Please remember, language is a habit. And these techniques work best if you practice. So when you're practicing with your IELTS test questions, write your ideas out. Write them down on a piece of paper. It kind of helps you remember them. And as always, practice until you get it right, and then keep going till you can't get it wrong. And I'll see you next time.